Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
The Rock and Review is so pleased to have back on an artist that has been on the show before, singer, songwriter, entertainer, Allie Colleen. Allie, thanks for coming back on the show.
I'm always stoked to be here. Thank you so much for fitting me in your busy schedule. How you been?
Doing great. I've been keeping up with you. I was telling you before we started the interview to where I've been listening to your new singles that are out, and I especially like Pink Lemonade. Very timely for summer and everything, especially in Nashville.
Pink Lemonade for me is my very first cut as an artist. So it's my very first song that I didn't write, and I wish I did so dang bad. I wish I wrote that song, but I did not. But thank you. We're very proud of Pink Lemonade. It's our newest one. I think it came out last week, so we're very excited about it.
Well, and I got to bring this up too, Allie, to where you're doing things very different, which I appreciate. That instead of a lot of people come out with their digital first, you go and go, here's the out, and then they roll out everything else. You're doing it. You take a twist on it.
We did. We've really tried a just completely new kind of market plan for this whole thing that we're doing. You know what I mean? It's a whole new world. Might as well try something different. You know? So we did. We printed CDs first. I've been told for the last couple of years, the albums aren't a thing anymore. So If you ever want me to do something, just tell me not to do it. And oh my gosh, we're going to do it, So we are hoping, so our year kind of looks like this, just kind of summed up. It's just, we put the album out in April, and by putting it out, we printed them, we printed CDs, and we did all that kind of thing. And we did a big CD release, like just via my website, that kind of thing. But then, like you said, opposite order, then the songs started coming out individually on streaming. And when they do, all the artwork is just the entire, track list of the album. So a lot of people, they might have got Playing House in April, but they saw all the other, 10 songs and were like, well, I'm not that patient. I'll buy this dang CD if I have to. And I'm like, that's the plan.
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's a great way.
Yeah.
When I first read that and saw that, I'm like going, what a unique way to approach this. Because, and you and I both know with how the music world has changed so much over the years where everybody's doing singles and all this kind of stuff. And I get it. But it's like I'm still one of those people to where I like having the CD or the album in my fat little hands. So while I'm listening to the music, I can look at, well, who are the musicians on this? Who's playing with Allie? Who wrote it? You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, it's the credits are the coolest part. I agree. I wanted so bad to do like the actual hard plastic CDs that have the folder, kind of thing inside the pull out that has everything, but we just couldn't afford those yet. So, but we did get to do the whole credit thing, which again, like you said, coolest thing about the album. And then when the full album comes out digitally around Black Friday, we are hoping to do a vinyl special at that time with vinyls like you asked about. So really, really hoping for that. Not sure yet what our year looks like in the sense of that, but that is our plan. That is my hope. We'll see if it happens.
Well, the last time you and I hung out together, it was so much fun to where, keeping up with you and your songwriter rounds and that you were kind of hosting these around town. And you and I are such big fans. You got so many friends that come out and do these with you. I want you to talk a little bit with the concept of stones to where I thought it was so interesting. And certainly I felt it could apply to my life and so many people's lives, talking about kind of like the stones in our path and that, and with this song, you're kind of addressing that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Stones. I wish I could say it came from some kind of magical place. I saw a text post or a meme or something on Facebook, of course. That was just kind of this like throne looking thing of rocks, just rocks. And it was, make an empire out of the stones that they've thrown at you. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that whole concept was so cool just because, as an independent artist, is all this different stuff. As a girl who wants to do music, kind of thing, it's all those different things. As somebody's daughter, as a woman, as whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? We're all just getting rocks thrown at us all the time. And at one point, I feel like I finally stopped to just ask the throwers if they were freaking tired yet. You know what I mean? Like, you're throwing some big old rocks my way, dude. Is your arm sore yet? Because I'm good, And that's just where stones came from. So when we wanted to come out with an album, we were going to make sure that everybody knows there's a little grit here, and that's stones, and that's you can throw all day long, but all you're going to get from me is a thank you. And I keep walking. So here we go. So I love Stones.
Well, you know, and to me, it's taking the high road. And as creative people, and certainly with you as an artist and a songwriter and a performer, to where I think a lot of times the critics, in my humble opinion, is, you know, any of the trolls, anybody out there, it's very easy to throw stones. It's harder to create something and dig this up from your soul and perform it and go into a studio and do it. And, you know, with anything creative, you know, we certainly have had the naysayers for our Rock and Review show over the years. And some days you kind of feel like, wow, just to stop throwing rocks. You know, it's like, you know, I mean, we're doing the best we can. We're treading water, you know?
Well, and even if you don't like it, watch something else. You know what I mean? If you don't like me or my music, listen to somebody else. It's okay. You know, same thing with you all, you know, if it's like someone got beef on your platform, oh my gosh, just go somewhere else. Yeah. So I think you are right. I think it is a very admirable high road. Also, maybe not so much of a high road because I get to sing this at every single show. You know what I mean? And I just get to live out this moment myself. So we love Stones. We love all that it means, all that it came from. I came from Delia Shane, myself, and Sarah Bryce and Tony McVaney, and we all just dug in that day. And we're so stoked about this song and the whole project together. So thank you.
I think it's a great statement for all music artists, for all creative people. But I got to tell you, too, listen to the new songs, Allie, but it seems like you're really coming into your own with your voice. It seems like there's like a new depth to your voice. I mean, where did this come from? I
don't think it came from anywhere. I think for the very first time, Allie Colleen is getting to be showcased. You know what I mean? I had this very beautiful, kind, sweet show last night. There was a writer's round, you know, per usual for me. But a lot of people have got to see Allie Colleen in all these bar settings and all of these 3-hour, 4-hour show settings where I don't even get to play my own music. Yeah. You know, so I think a lot of it is to just growing into the artist that I have known I have been my entire life. And now I'm finally just kind of getting to share it. Also, I am working my tail off, you know, and I have so many writers around me that are so much farther along than I am, just mentally and creatively and all that stuff. And I'm just literally sitting here just getting to soak in my friends, you know, and their talents and all the stuff that they have to teach me. And then I get to look cool and put out an album and everyone thinks that I'm doing awesome over here. But really my friends are just championing me and then I'm helping them. And we're all just working together to make something we care about. And I think that's what you hear. I think you hear songs that I care about. And those are always the ones I do best.
It really shines. And, you know, I felt like some of the songs also, Allie, were very autobiographical. You know, knowing, you know, you and your husband and with your music and like we were talking about Stones, it felt like some of it was kind of, you know, autobiographical about your life and the path you're on.
A lot of it is. A lot of it really, really is very important to me. All of these songs are, and songs have a weird sense of humor, man. Some songs you write about somebody else and then you find yourself 3 years down the road and it's like, crap, this has been about me the whole time, hasn't it? You know, and they just have a wonky way of really showing you what you've been writing about. And I think I learned a lot about myself in the album as well. But one thing I really like to say, you know, when we're taking all these songs out on the road, as much as I really would love it if people would dive into Allie Colleen and who I am, I am bringing you guys 11 songs for you to start asking yourself the same questions that I had to ask myself listening to this album. You know what I mean? I'm not really bringing you 11 songs to learn about Allie. I'm bringing you 11 songs that challenged me and kicked my butt. And I'm hoping they do the same thing for you, you know, kind of thing in your own autobiographical way. Kind of thing, because I think that's what songs are meant for. You know, I think they're meant to really teach us things, you know, and allow us to set in this emotional space that maybe we can't get to ourselves, you know, kind of thing. So as much as these songs are about me, I'm really hoping they're about you also.
And I think that the best songs are that way with the lyrics and how, once again, your voice is just sounding tremendous on this new album. But I think that then, you know, like we mentioned Stones, I can relate to Stones. I mean, I think a lot of singer-songwriters in Nashville can go, Stones, that's me. And
you should, because people are ruthless. People are so mean. And especially behind a keyboard. Oh my gosh. They'll just say whatever they can just think of, you know what I mean? And I think Stones also gives us all that leeway to maybe be a little pushback, you know, and maybe as kind as we normally would be, but in a kind, cool way that you know, we still just look cool at the end of the day and rock on and like throw your stones, dude. Tommy John's your elbow all you can. I don't care. You know what I mean? It really doesn't matter, because you got to remember, we're also throwing rocks at ourselves. You know what I mean? Right. And I can guarantee you the rocks that I'm throwing at myself are way bigger than the rocks you're throwing at me. So I'm not worried about you. I'm still trying to fall in love with myself over here.
I'm so with you. I think we're always our worst critics, but I got to bring this up to you now. Music Mayhem has said that, you know, you're one of the 2021 artists to watch. So has Country Thang, which I just love saying Country Thang, you know, has pointed you. Isn't that fun? But you had so much success off your 2019 album. I got to ask you, as things are opening up this year, and certainly I know you're doing songwriter rounds, do you think you're going to get out and do some touring, you know, with this new album, Allie?
Yes. So we have kind of a really good summer lineup, show wise right now, going forth into the summer and all those things. A lot of them are shows that we are still trying to accomplish from 2020 that have just continued to be moved, you know, kind of thing. And those kinds of summer festivals. So very, very excited. And I think all of us are trying to just still make something good out of 2020, because if we don't, we're all going to go crazy. You know what I mean? But I think 2020 really did allow us just some space to just settle in to me and to who I am as an artist and all those things, and to really make this record. But all that to say, for the very first time in my career and in my life, I am going to shows where they might know the music before I get there, you know, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And that has been such a rewarding, amazing thing to get to see. So as we go out on the road this summer and those kinds of things, that's what I'm most looking forward to, are those performance moments that I have been living by myself this whole year with this album. There are so many cool performance moments in Blame It on the Weather that I just cannot wait to get out there and just rip it. I'm so excited. Yeah. And I just can't wait. But yes, we're hitting the road. I'm hitting the road tomorrow. I'm hitting the road almost every weekend. You know, we're going anywhere we can. A lot of places that we're going for the first time, which I'm very excited about, to see some stuff west and things like that. So really looking forward to it.
Incredible. I want to make sure too, for our viewers, Allie, they know where to go, you know, to get their CD, to get their album before the digital releases this fall, which I love, and keep up with you on tour and socially and everything else that you have going. Where do they need to go to?
Absolutely. So I'm Allie Colleen, AllieColleen, bunch of just double letters. All my socials are Allie Colleen Music. My website is alliecolleenmusic.com, and that is where you can find all your meat and potatoes, whatever you're looking for. We've got tour schedules on there. We've got songs on there. We've got a directory to the online store where you can get your CD, all those kinds of things. And then the only thing really that you can't get there would be our official kind of Allie Colleen fan club. We're cool kids. We all look like this. I'm kidding. I'm actually the only one that has it tattooed. But one day someone will pull down their lip and show me their cool kid tattoo. One day. And I'm not going to say I'm hoping it's on stage, but I'm hoping on stage I just see a bunch of awkward lips one day. And I'm like, those are my guys. But we do have an official fan page. We are the cool kids. We care about important things, and we are kind. And that is all through Facebook. We have a Facebook kind of Patreon-esque supporters page that you guys can go check out for my Facebook. But everything's Allie Colleen Music. Check it out. Come and see us on the road this summer, you guys, because it's going to be amazing. We have a lot of really cool opening slots, too, for some big artists that you guys might also want to see as well. So come check it out.
Well, Allie Colleen, thank you so much for coming on the Rock Review. I love the songs from the new album, Stones, and I can't wait to see you in concert live and enjoy all of them. And I will bring my own stone and I'll write on it with a Sharpie. Thanks for joining the show.
Please. Thank you so much, Eric. So good to see you again. Thank you.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.